Hey, Olivia, I'm actually going to send you to your first one right now. I just emailed that.
Alrighty, okay. Thank you. After this, my next one's not for a while, so I'll take my time in coming back.
Okay, sounds
If
good.
that's okay.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Cool.
Thank
I
you.
just got it. All right, thank you. I'll be back.
See ya. Pamela's returning. Hi, Pamela.
We're done. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
Thanks. And Henry, let me chat you. Oh, there's that.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Andrea, I just sent you an email. Okay, let me check. Kristen. Hey, Chris, how's it going?
Oh, it's good to be back. Do you know about what the time frame is for the next one?
Let me see.
Okay, here it is.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you.
Chris, 10, 20. Maybe 20 minutes or so if you want to stick around. It might be a little
I'll just jump off camera here and I'll be hanging around.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Yep. Alyssa, are you around?
Hello?
Hey, Alyssa.
Hey,
How's it
how are
going?
you? Sorry, I got sidetracked.
No, you're okay. All right, I got you checked in. The email I have for you is who let us out at icapentertainment.com.
Yes. Or
Okay,
if it's
great.
easier, there's also Alyssa at wholetusout.com, whichever is.
Oh, this one's fine. If
Okay,
that's fine with you.
Yeah,
This
that's
is just
fine.
for where the footage gets sent afterwards. So.
Okay, great. Yeah, they're all linked, so that's fine.
Okay, great. Okay, so you have the first interview is going to be up with Ben David. It's going to be happening really shortly. That's going to be a 5-minute interview. And then your other interview is going to be with James Marsden. It's also 5 minutes. That'll be at about 1:25 this afternoon Pacific time.
Okay, so once I finish the first one, I'll log out and then come back around 1.
That's great.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Thank
Very
you.
cool. I'm gonna send you back that main session. Jimmy will be sending you out very shortly.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
That's in there. Very good.
Guys, I literally forgot I was on live.
No, Brad,
I started paying my property taxes.
No, the right one.
I do. I have a pink pedicure,
We're
pink
in
French
We're in
tip.
there.
I was trying to pay my property taxes.
What have I got going here?
Is there a icon of a camera?
So I'm
Yeah, here's
interviewing
camera,
James Marsden
right?
later today, and I'm gonna try and see if I can get an Avengers Doomsday question or the
Got it?
Sonic question.
That's, when you hit that, what happens? This one here.
It's turning me off.
Next to that camera, there is a little arrow. If you click on that, there's an option at the top to select a camera. Maybe it's
Yep.
on a different one.
There.
There we go.
Wow. I was like, hang on. It's literally what she.
Oh, the future. Hmm. You want me to
So
mute
the
you?
James Marsden interview is at 1:30, so I'm gonna log out and then log back in. I have your question. It's like 5 minutes is like so hard to like, and it depends how James answers. So what if he has a really
David,
long
I
answer to the first question?
Emailed you with your first.
We shall see.
You talk. I'm gonna put your.
Sorry.
I can't show you my pedicure
Okay,
right
thank
now.
you. Coming.
Wait, Jeremy, were you talking to me? Or Jimmy, excuse me?
Yeah, I just sent you your first link. It's in your email.
Is it possible to send it in the chat?
Sure.
I'm on a different. Okay.
Yeah,
That'd be
no
great.
worries.
Thank you.
And Alyssa, I also emailed you.
Okay, let me airdrop it now. Thank you so much. Clicking the link.
Thank you.
What are you doing? I'm doing an interview. Go. Close the door. Thank you. I'll go back live at like 1 p.m. But after this, I need to eat some Persian food. Blumhouse is the van. Yeah, they always want to give me interviews with people that I don't know. Not this specific junk. I got another email. I'm in the waiting room. Yes, but the James Marsden interview is at 1:50. So I'm a huge Sonic fan. I'm obviously a huge X-Men fan. Avengers Doomsday is coming out. He's hilarious in this movie. I just have to figure out how to get these questions in 5 minutes. And then I gotta send a bunch of emails. I mean, as you know, in like California courts, it takes a while, but I mean, that's fine. It is what it is. We're still friends. We still work together. It's just a weird situation. I'm gonna make some videos. I don't know if anybody listens to the K-pop band BTS, but it's gonna be like when you get divorced and discover BTS. It's gonna be a funny YouTube short. Got so many of these Peaky Blinders coins from South by. I have to start prepping for CinemaCon.
Hey, Alyssa, welcome in. Please say your name and outlet, and we can begin.
Hey, this is Alyssa with Who Let Us Out. Good seeing you again. At the after party. It was such a good time. I told you that I really did enjoy this film because it kind of like reminded me of like classic mob comedy stuff, and you had so many Easter eggs in there from some of my favorite movies. At what point did you kind of decide like what films you wanted to bring in, and artistically, like were you ever afraid that that would take away from the film itself? Because I saw like moments from Blade and it was just all so fun put together.
Yeah, it's you kind of are mixing and matching things that are unexpected or feel right tonally. Sometimes it just makes things funnier or it makes it exciting. But I'm really passionate about a lot of stuff, and I'm a really, really big movie fan, and I can't help but kind of channel that into the stuff that I'm making. Some of it is just purely I find it charming or amusing, but it's like Jimmy Boy walking through the house while we're playing the Blood Rave music. It just felt creatively correct, and we were blasting it on the speakers as he was walking through to make sure kind of his movements were with that. It just, I don't know. Some things that just kind of work where to me it makes it seem more fun and kind of charming and funny and like a little absurd. And then sometimes it makes things more exciting. All these different paints or tools or whatever you're doing just kind of help the movie in different ways. And it's just, you try to put as much of your personality in a movie as possible, just so it feels specific and doesn't feel like a movie that someone else would have made.
Yeah, and like I was in the audience at South by and I was just nerding out and telling the people next to me like, oh, this is from that and this is from that. And I feel like you made the movie for people like me, like the nerds who would really like deep dive into this.
And it should also work if you don't know any of that
Yeah.
stuff. But it's just sort of, it's extra if you do.
Yeah.
It's I try to, like, some people just get a little bit more out of it, and that's okay. Like, I think the movie will still work if you've never seen a movie I've seen before. But you don't have to know that song's from Oliver and Company. But it's cool if you do.
Exactly. It adds more, so it's like no matter who you are, you're gonna enjoy it, but you're gonna enjoy it a different way depending on, the type of fandoms and movies that you like. I feel like the way the film ended, we could potentially get like a sequel. Would you want to do that, or would you say this is like a standalone?
It is a standalone movie, but if I woke up someday and had a really good idea and some in the studio wanted to make it, I would do it. But I try to make a movie as if I may never even get to make a movie again, let alone a sequel, and kind of put everything in there emotionally and tonally that I needed to feel like I've made peace with this story. I love the characters and I love this world that I, sort of created. And there's probably fun things to do there, but this story to me is over, at least in terms of the emotional complications I present are kind of all resolved. But I'd like to hang out with those people again. It just depends on whether or not I had an idea that I thought was worth doing, because you don't want to spend 3 years of your life doing something that is just more of the same.
Yeah, exactly. Is there a moment in your career or life that if you could get into a time machine to go back and relive, that you would?
I try not to think that way, but the emotional kind of thing of the movie to me and what's relatable is just the evolving nature of friendships and how, a relationship that can seem so great, whether the friend or a marriage or anything, like, the friendship that's fallen apart before the movie started between Mike and Nick. We've all had like someone who is like a really close friend who, like, as time goes by, it kind of becomes strained. Maybe you're not even seeing them at all, or maybe you see them, but you're not close. I just thought that was kind of the relatable element, and like the reason to have a time machine in a movie is just, what if you could do that? And you can't. I mean, the sad thing of real life is it's not possible. But I think that's the thing that kind of makes it emotionally you can connect to the thing is because, there are some people maybe have the exact same friends they've had since they were 5, and there's never been any ups or downs in them. But I haven't met those people. So.
Yeah, growing up, I definitely thought I would have the same best friend, and then that just didn't work out at all. But that's life. I have run out of time, but I also want to say I did appreciate the fact that, like, you stuck to like not diving deep into like how the time machine was made and more of like the creative process and leaving that to us to figure out. And I think it made a really wonderful, funny movie that I enjoyed, and I'm sure everyone else will too. So it's always great speaking with you again.
Thank you so much. It was really fun.
Thank you, thank you. Hopefully see you soon. Okay, first one done. Oh God, I gotta go back in here. Sorry, I had to block a few people. How do I go? Okay, so you can literally only see up to here. Yes, it was. So during South by, made some friends, and my other friend is in the movie, and he's also in another movie, and I made some other friends, and we all went to the after party, but then Rubinsky also had an after party, which you'll understand after watching the movie, and we were all there hanging out, and that was really fun. And I did tell everybody, I was like, oh, I'm going to be interviewing you on Zoom in like 2 weeks, so that was fun. I have James Marsden at 1:30. I speak English and Farsi. A lot of people keep telling me this Anne Hathaway thing. I'm not seeing it. But I was actually going to do a Devil Wears Prada 2 video because I'm trying to focus more on YouTube as opposed to like Instagram and TikTok, even though my biggest following is there. But, you know, I heard somebody talking shit on here earlier, and it's funny because my interviews actually have more views than some of these motherfuckers that have millions of subscribers, aka E-Talk, Entertainment Tonight, and Extra TV. Not every interview is going to go viral, and that's fine, but I actually just checked that a couple people who have more subscribers than me have less views, particularly on their Daredevil Born Again interviews, their Zootopia, and their Ryan Gosling one, so I think that's really interesting. I'm Persian, so Iranians speak Farsi. Devil Wears Prada is out soon. Let's see. May 1st. Do I better get on these TikToks? I really need a TikTok rep because my account blew up and then I posted a Disney thing, a voiceover, which then got flagged by Disney apparently. And messed up my TikTok views, and Disney was like, we don't know, we didn't do it, and I'm like, well, I don't know, it's a video you had me for. So it was more like it was for Zootopia too, and it says like the Disney IP team flagged it, but my team that I deal with Disney was like, we wasn't us, so like we don't know how to figure it out. So I haven't been able, so I actually need somebody at TikTok to help me figure that out because it's not Disney, it's TikTok anyway. But the thing is, it's literally a video of me in the recording studio at Disney Studios recording a voiceover for Zootopia. And I reposted it on TikTok and I reposted it, and it's on Instagram viral, everywhere viral. And it didn't get any flags, so I was just like, I feel like it was an error, but TikTok has like no customer service, especially now all this shit changed. Thanks. Yeah, if you can go watch my Daredevil porn again, I don't usually do long form reviews like that, but if you guys can push it, I'll start to do them more. I just focus, my long form videos are usually just like theme park nights or interviews. Not so much long reviews, but when it's something I care about, I'll do a long review. Like I'm gonna start doing it for all of the new Marvel films coming out. So I have a little bit of time until my next interview. That one is later. Maybe we should watch some TV together. I just hate that this TV is so far away. Like, I am blind. Like, I'm blind as shit. I don't know what's going on. Next interview is at 1 p.m., so I have to wait. I'm just gonna, I have the, well, I don't want to use the new bedding. Live, I'm trying to pretend. I have the new bedding, but I don't want to use that until I get a new bed. So I might just put the quilt. Evladı. Kesinist. I just finished the director interview. What is wrong with this? Message, why don't you fire that? It's not like he's gonna. I don't even know what to say. How do I? Can you bring me that camera? Like that? Bring it closer because I want to put my phone there. Actually, it doesn't matter. Leave it. It's fine. Just close those windows because I can't see the TV. So I'll try meeting mom. Where's Hulu? Hulu doesn't have me. No, all my apps have disappeared. Netflix, the hell? تو بهش بگو امروز چی؟ Oh, here it is, Apple TV. Today is Thursday, 2:30. I hate my face. The girl on the milk carton. I need to watch Paradise. I have screeners. Let's go, Paradise. Does anybody know how I can all right, so I have a big gap between the next interview. This is Persian bread. This is Dunsangek. But does anyone know how? I'm so blind. All right.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What do you mean, what's my deal?
We just came in. Train is still delayed. And then waiting. Let's go find this fucking bunker. Something you're not telling me, Garrett. I think sooner rather than later.
I'm gonna write this article.
All this time, Terry's been trying to find a way there. He doesn't need another barrel of biofuel. She could just get on that train.
There's 5 guys patrolling with M16s. I'm gonna create a distraction so I can go in and get Terry.
Yeah. That's another thing.
We can get a divorce. I can do all that romantic shit together. We can hold hands in public and talk about our languages.
Wait, let me
All of it we heal.
So I'm interviewing James Marsden, or why did I just blank out that he's in Paradise? I'm gonna start the interview with like, sir, you have been booked and busy. Paradise, Sonic, X-Men.
Please help me. Samantha, you will be richer than your wildest dreams. You won't need a single other client.
I think I need more.
And how is Alex?
Alex is well. The power problem has been resolved.
Oh, yes. I've made sure of that. What do you remember about what happened? Not much, really.
What the fuck did you do?
This is as far as it goes.
Yeah, I was gonna blow your brains out. But you're not used to me if you're dead.
What is a half girlfriend?
This isn't beautiful. Hercules is down. It was Agent Robinson. Oh my god, there's so much blood.
Eggs in America are so weird. Why is like this entire egg is like... Thank you. I just got a new MacBook. Where does this come out? Oh, she's having the baby. Wait, is it real?
Are you sure nobody's coming for you now? Get her out!
I don't know what happened. Yeah, please subscribe. Please watch my videos. I'm funny too, I swear. I just made a mess. There used to be tissues in here. Yep, so I just got carrot juice everywhere. And on an important letter that I need to sign that's on the floor. But okay.
Hang in there. The first few days are always tough.
I'm just happy she finally stopped crying.
Oh, yeah, I hear it.
Okay.
Very keep Little girl. Yes. Well, when was she born? Just the other day? It's the baby born on June 6th at 12:01 a.m. The girl.
What?
Sir, please. It's her, isn't it? Holy shit, it's her. Listen to me. She's a killer. Security.
Yeah, so most of these
She can't be stopped. Sir, she can't.
posters are movies that I've either done interviews for.
Let's go that little girl. She can't be stopped when it matters. You need to listen to me. I have a message for you, baby. I have a message for that little girl. She can't be stopped when it matters. I have a message for that baby.
My name is Alyssa. I'm about to email Neon. Sammy.corso@neonrated. I hope all is well. We unfortunately missed coverage ops at SXSW to see if there will be any LA premiere ops or interviews. Look forward to hearing from you. I hope all is well. We should be lost. Typing in emojis. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm going through some weirdness. Found another email. The Academy Global Partnership. LA Live will be the new home of the Oscars starting in 2029.
Set up these elaborate train tracks for them. And all they wanted to do was smash the trains into each other.
Interesting. So the Oscars will no longer be at the Dolby Theater. It will be at the Peacock Theater in LA Live, which means downtown LA. Which is very interesting because I've been to the Dolby Theater multiple times for movie premieres, for filming things, and maybe now that they'll have it at the Peacock Theater, they'll actually serve dinner to people, because sitting through an award show, you get very hungry, and I get very, very angry. I never had pet chickens, I had pet ducks, and they all got eaten, unfortunately, so I try not to talk about it, because it's depressing. Very depressing. There is a movie called The End of Oak Street. Let's see. End of Oak Street? Yeah, I need to get the article up. I'm a little late. I was a little bit behind because I got a new MacBook Air yesterday. I got a bigger, more terabyte. I'm switching from a 2025 MacBook Pro. And it took about 14 hours to transfer everything over.
Jane, you're too old to be talking to imaginary friends. Dinner's ready. I'm not gonna leave you downstairs.
14 hours, yep. I tried to stay up and I woke up and it was done. Sir, can you put me on TV? I'm over here trying to figure out if I should stick to being a journalist or actually get an agent and do like acting or singing. I don't even know, because to get like a big hosting job, they're now giving it out to like Netflix reality stars and people who like never went to school for journalism. So I'm just like, if they can take the job, what am I doing? I should just go do something else. So, you know, it's crazy that you have to go to school for something and then you can get on a reality show and take that job. So maybe I should get on a reality show. That might be my next course of action. Should I go on Love is Blind? I need to find an agent though, and I don't even know like where to start with that.
That lunatic in the parking lot was right about you. You're the worst goddamn thing that ever happened to me. Hey, G? Yeah? Make sure nothing bad happens to you. Okay? I won't let anything happen to her. You know that, right? I promise. I will never let anything happen.
Show just got really weird. Alright. The end of Oak Street trailer teases a suburban nightmare that is out of this world. Does that sound like cheesy? Something is happening on Oak Street and it's not your average neighborhood drama. Warner Brothers has officially dropped the first teaser for the end of Oak Street, a mind-bending new sci-fi thriller from blah, 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 blah. I need to do like a Devil Wears Prada. You know, I don't even care anymore. Like, the fact that I have to do extra stuff to be considered for something is really irritating. Like, I love just posting about the movie and dropping the trailers and talking about it, but then having to like compete, it's just like, like I didn't go to the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary thing on Monday. But my thing is like, why do I have to constantly reach out when other people are getting the invite without asking? And I've been doing this for almost 11 years, since I was 20. And then, like, there's so many things happening in Iran, and I was at South by, so I was distracted. But like, I used to watch Hannah Montana religiously after school in England every single day. Like, that was my show. And for the longest time, I actually thought that like everything was like real in the show. So that was annoying. I also was trying to go to the Daredevil Born Again premiere in New York, and I would have paid my own flight because for the junket they cover everything. I don't know what happened there, but I ended up not going to that, and Daredevil is like one of the most important titles to me. So that just, it's just like, yes, I'm grateful I did the junket, but there's people who did the junket and went to the premiere, and it's always the same people, and it's okay. So
Because how can you guys just be sitting here like nothing is happening? People are disappearing. My boyfriend was just arrested, and you're sitting here making pizza for breakfast. There it is, a breakfast pizza. Why aren't you guys out there fighting back?
I actually do need to finish my review for Ready or Not. Here I come.
My dad and Robinson to do literally everything for you, just like always.
We were told to keep you guys safe and wait for them to return.
Whatever. Just make sure James gets it to school and back. I've got shit to do. Hello, everyone. I'm sure you've all heard about President Baines by now. The suspect has been apprehended and is currently in custody. Agent Driscoll will provide us with the official update. Special Agent Robinson was detained and is currently in custody. She was a known associate of Xavier Collins, and her actions appear to be a continuation.
That's what's difficult, because it's like, to produce quality content and do interviews, and the algorithm would rather push like a dumb thing. Because I've tested it out. I posted some stupid, relatable 30-second, no, not even like 15-second video on YouTube Shorts, and it went viral compared to like my interviews. Like, if they're gonna go viral, it'll take a little bit longer, but I've had like, so now I'm like, should I just make this random relatable content to become, like, look at Haley Bailey. She's just posting like random shit on YouTube Shorts, blew up, and now is getting all these hosting jobs, Oscars, all of this stuff. Meanwhile, we're like, oh yeah, let's go to school, let's go to work, let's go work for another company, build our way up to then get shitted on. start your own media company, but then have to start again from the bottom. So now I'm like, man, I should just focus on making like 10 5-second YouTube shorts, because apparently that's what's gonna like make me grow. I'm also trying to start streaming while I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's and Marvel Rivals, but I just don't know how to connect that to this. I have to figure it out. Oh, I have a comic book wall over there. I think the next person I'm gonna cosplay as, I have my Spider-Man, I gotta go do a trade soon, is Atom Eve from Invincible, because my hair is now no longer blonde. He said it's nighttime 24/7 down here. I also want to, I need to start my true crime podcast. I just need you all to tap in and watch it, because the concept I have is very interesting. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna start doing is, I don't know about like these Zoom interviews. Like, would somebody care the fact that I'm waking up, getting in the morning, getting ready to then interview celebrities on Zoom? But then sometimes I have to go in person. You know. Also, everyone, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Alyssa the Reporter. I try and respond to my DMs. I'll have a day where I'll respond to like a lot of DMs, because I get so many that I sometimes have to like space it out.
Emergency control room on the system's level. If the oxygen supply is shut off, all the doors automatically open. All of them for everyone. Paradise. That's it. How we do to it? Look, you're right. You see a manhole? There. Those lead to a maintenance tunnel. From there, it's pretty much a straight shot of everything.
I was born in England. I am Iranian, and I live in Los Angeles. Look at this. I got this at South by. They drew me. I really don't. That's Who Let Us Out. That is the name of my media company. If you would like to follow us on Instagram, or you like to read art, if you still read, the website is wholetousOut.com. But this is my IG. I'm so sick and tired of the same fucking people and the same shit.
I'm gonna be honest, Jane, you terrify me. But my two closest security team members are dead. Half of the Secret Service was just in open revolt, and you're what I've got. You're the only person left out here who knows my secrets. But before we take the next step in our relationship, I have to know something. After you shot me, you told me that I was no use to you dead. What do you mean? I thought you didn't know nowhere. Things came back. Well, what I meant was, I'm a killer. It's what I've always been.
A lot of people, I'm not going to talk too much about Iran, but we hate the regime. It needs to go, and everybody who supports it can go to hell, frankly.
To serve my purpose, I need someone like you. You're no good to me if you're dead. I'm going to meet with them, the militia, and I need you to go out and negotiate the terms. Outside, yes. Just you.
Oh, you know what I'm about to do a reaction video of? People reacting so fakely to the Spider-Man trailer, but I'm gonna do it in Farsi. Because here's the thing, they get opportunities to fly all over the world, and it's like they're literally reacting to something they've already seen. Like, okay, dude, let's just pretend you didn't fake that entire reaction. But it's okay.
Special Skills Officer Driscoll. My office, please. You didn't have to let him off the hook. I had him. Jane, how are you enjoying your time here at the farm? Well, I'm ready to get out in the field. And while your intelligence scores are off the charts, your psyche eval is... I had a hard childhood. Something happened when I was a baby that really framed the way my mom treated me. Sometimes I hear voices. I don't know. Never give them an excuse to keep me down. Look, Jane, you're what? 105 pounds. Ragnar is a misogynistic prick. But when he's a foreign enemy and has twice the anger Ragnar has, you're done for.
No, I do not use that. Hey, use your... You know what? Maybe I'll do a video. I'll start... Okay, I'm just gonna do everything. At this point, even if it doesn't fucking get views, I'm just gonna start posting shit. Excuse my language. I'm gonna do a video dressing like Anne Hathaway. I'm gonna do a Disney princess video. I'm gonna do a Spider-Man video. I'm just gonna do it all. I'm not even gonna eat and sleep. I'm gonna post so much random stuff on here that when people come from Instagram, they're gonna be so confused. And it's like, I have to write articles too. Like, creators just make videos. I'm gonna be writing a whole thing with SEO and all that shit. Because that's the difference of being a journalist, you know? And love my creator friends, love them all, but it's like the time I'm gonna have to give up doing something.
But the techniques were not. Meditation is one. Quieting the noise. Quieting the voices inside your head. A mentor taught me, and I'd like to teach you, Jane. I think the techniques could help. Would you like to give it a try? Sure. So first, we're just gonna take a deep breath in. Feeling your rib cage expand. And when you get to the top of your breath, just hold and let go. And feel the breath expand into both hands. Once you've mastered it, you'll reach a point where
Sorry, I'm literally looking at the competition.
is floating outside your body. You'll learn to think clearly in impossible situations. You will notice things you didn't before. Mannerisms, patterns,
I mean, her views are pretty shit too.
Tell me who you work for.
That is the closest thing you'll ever get to.
I don't have a celebrity neighbor. I have some celebrity friends, but I don't talk about their business. That's why I left mainstream media. Because I didn't want to talk about gossip, I wanted to focus on film. I'm gonna have to pause this, it's way too loud, I can't. My ADHD can't focus. Alright, where am I from? Leeds, England. I am Iranian, and no, we do not like the regime. Next question. Give me legit questions. Ask me about entertainment, celebrities, movies, TVs, cosplays, anything interesting. Do not talk about my body. Do not talk about my face. Don't talk about anything disrespectful because you will get blocked. And I am trying to write an article and focus on stuff, so. Iran will be a good country when it's free, that's for sure. Right now, not so much. Download. tree is gold. Let me go and see here. Yeah, I don't. I actually want to go Shaws of the Valley, but I don't even know how to get on that. Like, how would I get on that? Like, because I'm younger than all of them. Like, they all started with Shaws of Sunset, which I was watching when I was a teenager. So they would be like, how do we throw this girl in? Favorite movie on Netflix? A Netflix original or like a movie that's on Netflix? Maybe Chuck Norris is somewhere in the MCU. I don't know. The poster for this movie is interesting, but I need an image.
Mom. What's happening to us? I think our house. Our neighborhood. Our whole street. Has moved.
Interesting. Blumhouse is the van. Daredevil removed the Disney Plus logo. No, I'm actually getting divorced to somebody I got married to when I was 23, and now I'm 31, and now it's so sad. But it's been like, relationship-wise, it's been over for a while. We remain friends and work together though, which is all fine, you know, like, that's how life works sometimes. Kind of met someone, but I don't know how that's gonna work either, because he's also in like entertainment, and I think he's handling his own things, so I'm not gonna get my hopes up for that. I'm just gonna focus on work and doing what I need to do. Your Saints Row character? What does your character look like? It's 11:30 a.m. End of Oak Street, alt tag, Anne Hathaway standing in the set featured image. Featured image caption is Warner Bros. I used to watch Big Brother in England, but I don't know about like American Big Brother. I also like being away from like my business and phone for that long freaks me out. I feel like I haven't done anything too. I mean, I had a couple cool moments recently with like Jamie Lee Curtis and some people, but you know what I have to remind myself is that I started over in 2025, and I have to basically build this from the ground up, no matter how many followers we have. And the 10 years I spent at the other outlet was for somebody else's stuff. So I need to focus on building this and not consider it like, oh, I'm starting over, but I am. What? These? Yes, I have. I got gifted those after the other movie came out. I have a lot of stuff you can see. So I have to actually clean this room, but this is from the Wonder Man premiere. This is Agatha All Along. This is from Invincible. This is some Space Jam shit. I got this from other stuff. All this stuff was like gifted to me by Marvel, Disney, Paramount, Universal. There's my signed Daredevil comic that I got signed by Vincent and Charlie when I went to do the press junket. So yeah, it's funny because Charlie signed his as Charlie Cox, and Vincent signed his as Kingpin, which I thought was very funny. And then this is like some of my passes for events and premieres and junkets. Last time I ate at Paramount, like Paramount Studios, when was the last time the last time I was at Paramount was for, and I just threw the posters over there somewhere, for the Scream 7 premiere. And I did the interviews. I got a really fun clip with Dewey, if you want to go check that out. That is on there right now. Let me finish this Ready or Not review. Ready or not, here I come. At Paramount, what they give you. Ready or Not 2 is pure chaos, and you'll never guess who's really pulling the trigger. Let's read this first of all. Let me know what you think of my review. I'm gonna read it out to you, okay? Hold on. Preview in new tab. You better be ready, because Ready or Not 2 takes insanity to a whole new level. I honestly thought the first film set the bar impossibly high. Could it really be tapped? And wow, it absolutely is. If you love movies that can go completely off the rails with wild, over-the-top premises that somehow echo the absurdity of real-life decisions, this is your jam. There's a twisted brilliance in how the film mirrors the crazy logic of the world we live in, all wrapped up in dark comedy and shocking action. The sequel kicks off literally where the first film left us, with Grace McCauley, Samara Weaving, casually puffing on a cigarette as she walks away from the smoldering wreckage of the Ladomas estate. Of course, surviving that kind of chaos means a trip to the hospital where paramedics rush her in for medical attention, but peace is short-lived. Yeah, well, here's a fun fact. After the Scream premiere, they locked the parking lot, and our car was there because the after party went on until later. And I actually had to go back into the studio and be like, hey, you guys, like, have my car. Like, my car is literally stuck in the lot with the movie vans. So then they had to come and, like, reopen it. But let's finish this review. At her hospital bed, Grace is immediately confronted with accusations tied to the deadly events of the first movie, and with her estranged sister, Faith Catherine Newton, who somehow remained on her emergency contacts. Their sharp-tongued banter quickly reminds us of their complicated history, but they'll need to put aside personal grievances fast. A new, even more twisted game of hide-and-seek is about to unfold, one that's for deeper and more dangerous than they could imagine. Adding a deliciously unhinged edge to the mix is Sarah Michelle Gellar, whose performance injects a crazy, refreshing energy into the ensemble. Alright. I love how, like, after I blocked all the wild, crazy people, the views dropped significantly. I have so many shorts to post. Billy. What's with all the emojis, guys? Okay, let's see. I want to add to this review because it sounds kind of shit in my eyes, and I don't want it to be that bad. Okay. Britney Spears needs to go get some she needs real friends in her life. So Brittany lives near me. In fact, I live literally like 10 minutes from the Hidden Hills estate where like French Montana, Kardashians, Drake's old house. I used to go to a lot of parties actually there, like summer 16. So she visits the Joey's that's by my house a lot, but I have never like had an interaction with her. I just feel really bad for her. Like I feel like she really needs some real friends. Ryan Gosling was really nice. Everyone's really nice actually. I think that actually they're pretty happy to get interviewed by real journalists because today they get interviewed by everyone. There's been people on the Oscars red carpet who are like random creators who've never had any type of media training. Jamie Lee Curtis actually inspired me to quit my job and start my own media company because I was building somebody else's media company anyway. And the reason I called it Who Let Us Out is because I was always outside at movie premieres, and it's all about like who let us out, like to go out and like, you know, just where it came from. My old boss actually not liking the fact that I would get invited to premieres for myself and be outside doing stuff for myself. And it kind of came like, well, who let me out? Well, yeah, I let me out, like, you know, so that's where the name came from. Jamie Lee Curtis is very sweet. She hugged me on the carpet at South by Southwest. I will never have anything bad to say. I don't have anything bad to say about any celebrity, but there have been some interviews where you can tell like the energy is off, or it's just not. It's like, we're here to promote your movies, so you know, like you got a 5-minute interview for 5 minutes. You can pretend to be, but no, I really like Jamie. Nothing bad there. Is your ex on this? What side of red carpets is he on? Is he on security? Is he on events? Is he on studio? I've actually had more bad interaction with publicists of talent who don't know like what is what than I have with talent. Because the talent, especially when you start to know talent personally, like I have begun to, you have like a relationship with the talent versus like, and then sometimes the publicists are like, no, only talk to Entertainment Tonight. And it's like, you know, nerds who are going out to watch movies are not logging into Entertainment Tonight to find out about their favorite movie. I'm sorry, they're not. They're going online. And it is what it is. But also, I'm a girl in this space, and I'm Persian. I'm fighting against a lot of men who get more opportunities in this world. And I feel like I have to do twice the work despite having triple the experience. I'm not wearing any. Well, us Iranians, Persians, whatever you want to call us, we don't like There's no difference. It's the same thing. What we don't want to be compared to is the regime. So Iranian people are not the dictators in the government. So a lot of people are happy that what is happening because we would rather that happen than deal with a regime that executes people. And they executed somebody else this morning. So yeah, it's not the best. Why are these images so blurry? I'm gonna do my Spider-Man video. Okay, so in Iran, since 1979, there was a revolution. Think Hitler, think Kim Jong-un, think all the freaking dictators in the world, right? Except, no, I haven't. Except, and I can show you a picture that I have of me when I was a chubby kid. Always really embarrassed. I hate my cheeks because they've always been big and fat, and I actually want to go to South Korea and do something to get rid of the chubby big old cheeks I have. I hate them. I want it to be like this. Anyway, that's a different story. In 1979, there was a revolution, and it was an Islamic revolution, and they basically told people they would make life better, but they made it significantly worse. So women can no longer go outside wearing whatever they want. They have to have hijab on, and it's by force, not by choice. Iran is very hot, so imagine hot weather wearing all of that clothing. If you talk bad about the government, whether it be on the phone, Twitter, anything, you can be arrested and accused of crimes against God or being a dissident, and you can be sentenced to death. If you protest, they will not just only, well, what they did recently was they basically mass shot down protesters and hit people's bodies and kidnapped people. Women, if you go to jail and you are a virgin, they will rape you before they execute you so that you can go to hell and not heaven. They will torture you and force confessions out of you and then execute you and say you did something wrong. So, there is literally no room in today's world to have a dictatorship like that. And anybody online supporting it is sick in the head. And I'm going to be blocking people because, oh god, I blocked the wrong person. Oops. Well, whoever said that, I meant to block that person. So we went to a protest downtown. It was more of like an awareness. So the Iranians who are for regime change. No, I meant to do the other person. I didn't mean to block you. Sorry. It was somebody who said something really disgusting. It was under yours. I had to undo it. Somebody. So the Iranians will actually pay to get permits, and they'll work with LAPD. They'll block a time off, and will basically tell people about the people who've been executed. There are counter protests, which are the wild people supporting the regime who are taking over the streets and being violent and not even like timing it or anything to try and attack those of the people who are against the regime. So it's really crazy, but we have something else coming on because Persian New Year just passed. We have something else coming up next weekend because they're continuing to execute people and all they want is regime change. But I don't really want to talk about it anymore. It's like, it's driving me crazy. It's giving me some bad feelings. Yes, I would like a free run. Erica Jane. I don't know anything about Erica Jane. Probably saw her at an event one time, but. Good night. Let's go back to my emails. There's a Michael Jackson movie coming out, and I have my mom's family was his main photographer for a very long time. Michael. Should I go buy the Zootopia 2 juice from Irwahan? Yeah, I need to get an acting agent, but also I need like an entertainment agent because I have a manager, but I need one that's gonna like book me for like hosting things. I just don't know where to find them. They apparently find you, but everything is so. What is the world? Everything is so saturated right now. Okay, outlet concept. 5 to 10 mins. Journalist Alyssa Brooke. Interview location. Virtual or in LA. Audio and video. Tape date. NA. A week prior to premiere of film. 30 million plus across social, site, and email. No, my next interview is at 1:30. I'm on live. I can mute it. Yeah, I mean, I explained. I was talking to my mom. She wanted me to talk about something. I do have a swimming pool, but I have covered the pool right now because I feel like leaves falling in from the neighbor's tree and cleaning it. And then being a streamer must be infuriating. Guys in Persian chat, are you Indian? Yeah, I am Persian. I'll do it in a minute. I don't want to do it yet. I don't even know what to say. Alright guys, I'm gonna go off live for a minute. I'll be back at 1:15 PST for my interview with James Marsden because I have to charge my phone. Maybe I can put it over here so you can actually see me interview him. But I'll be back. Go watch my Daredevil stuff.